essentially every The Island creature features within the first 14 episodes of ARC the Animated Series. That is about the extent of the official information that we got on that. And this is just the part where I try and speculate the entire plot of the show just based on this. My first thought was, how are they going to do that? And how are they including every creature from the island in the series and still have room for plot? I'm excited, but I'm also worried it'll get a bit too cluttered. I think according to the wiki, there's 122 creatures on the island. Some of them will probably be briefly in the backgrounds or in scenes with a large crowd. I'm imagining now a village with a bunch of tame creatures, or something like Nerva's Army. I'm definitely going to be rewatching the series many times just to try and find all of them. I just tried to count the list on the wiki, which also includes the creature variants like the alphas and the tech dinos. I'm not sure what they'll do with those. I never thought the tech dinos were canon, at least on the island. Also, the polar bear and polar purlovia are there too. I'm not sure if those would count as unique creatures or not. This also includes fantasy creatures like the unicorn and the yeti. I didn't think the unicorn was canon. I thought that if Helena did see a unicorn, she'd start to have more doubts about the island. It still isn't something like the wyvern or the griffin, and could possibly still be explained as a natural creature, or it's just so rare that it's just a rumor and most haven't actually seen it. The yeti could be explained as just a gigantopithecus that has adapted to colder environments since it doesn't look too different. The alphas are sort of canon. I think there's a note in Scorched Earth that implies there was an alpha wyvern. What about Liopleurodon? Helena has never seen it, but there's probably some other way it could appear. Also, this seems to imply that the first 14 episodes is the entire story for the island. So far, there's been 2 seasons confirmed, both having 14 episodes each. So I figured they might split up the island story into those 2 seasons. I'm also less worried about them trying to combine all of the maps into 2 seasons. Even if that image of Santiago was real, the series probably won't be about Aberration just yet anyways. Santiago's probably there because they already knew Vin Diesel would be in the cast, especially considering that one doesn't have a background like the others, just some solid colors. Because I would think that tweet would have mentioned Scorched Earth and Aberration if they played a large role in the first season. And if every creature includes the dragon or the overseer that only appear in the last half of the story, or ones like the defense unit or attack drone who are only in the tech cave on the island, then that does imply the first season will be the entire story of the island. This could be more evidence that there could be scenes from other characters' perspectives as well, unless Helena is actually there for the overseer and dragon fight in the show. And considering this, there's been a few creatures confirmed already. In the trailer, there's Parasaur and the raptor, and also this guy. I don't know what it is. The Rex is shown in the opening scene as just an illustration on some rocks. This doesn't completely confirm it for the show. There's also a horse and some kind of snake in the illustrations, but I think these are scenes representing the past, so they don't take place on the island. From the concept art, there's the Brontosaurus, Stegosaurus, the Sabertooth, the Ankylosaurus, and the dodo that also appears in an image that I think is an actual scene from the show. There's also Triceratops and Yutyrannus, which are both part of Nerva's army. Pteranodon also appears in the background of the poster.